In the last video, we have now gone through everything we need to know about the numbering sequences, and hopefully you have enough information to have Numero make numbers exactly how you want to have them. We also saw how you can create projects and handle your projects, and obviously also how you can create your numbers. As you can see here from our example, I created these 10 numbers, and that is all good. So now in this one, I'm gonna continue our journey and see what more we can do here in Numero once we actually have created the numbers. So let's just jump straight into it and see what we have. Now, first, what we can see is that we have created 10 numbers here, and we also have this description field you can you have to the right of the numbers. That means that you can basically give this number a name if you want to. For instance, let's say that this is to be a panel top, and then this number also have this description of panel top. And you can do this, this is optional obviously, but you can do this for all your numbers. You can give it a description. You can, let's say this one is panel bottom. You can hit enter to get to the next one, panel left, or hit tab to do the same, panel right. So now these have this description. So this is also an easy way to describe your parts. You don't have to if you don't need it, but you have the option here in Numero. Next, what you have on your left hand side of each number is this copy number and description link. And let me just open up Notepad and let's see it. What you can do is you can click on that one, on that icon, and it will automatically copy this number into your clipboard. And you can just right click and paste it, and there you have it. This is very useful for when you once you have created this number, you need that number to save as your name for all your CAD parts in your software. So and also it will copy the description if you have one. So if I click, let's say this one, and I click on this copy number and description, and I go back to Notepad, and I right click and paste, I have both the number and the description. So this is also very much used. You just click on it and you paste it in, and you can save your number, save your part as that. So that's a cool feature, the copy number and description. Next, what we have is on the far right side here, you have these lines that represent sorting, and that's a little thing you can do here in Numero, and that's basically sorting or rearranging the descriptions. Let's say now if you have a bracket 1 and bracket 2, and then you will have, and right now you want to have panel bottom 2. You made another panel, but if you're anything like me, you want to have this one together with these panels here. You want to have all the panels organized together, and maybe the same for your brackets together. So what you can do is you can take the panel bottom 2 here, and you can drag it up to wherever you want to have it, and when you let go, you can see that panel bottom 2 has been placed here, and all the others has been pushed down. But you can also see that the numbers has not changed. You don't change the position of the number. You only basically move the description up or down, and if you move a description up, it will push the other description down as well. So So this is a little trick you can do to organize your names together. Obviously, if you have you need to remember to rename your parts in your CAD software. If they're the ones that's gonna be pushed down, so use it with some caution. Another thing would be to just leave some empty space between panel and the bracket here, so you can leave room for things like this. Maybe it's up to you. But you do have the option to sort it like so. Now the next thing you can do here in Numero is something called locking. You can lock numbers and descriptions. So you're probably familiar with this, but when you send out a drawing from your company to the world, either to get it produced or collaborate with some architects or whatever the reason for sending out a drawing is, you usually do not want to be able to change that number or description. That number is now set in stone. And let's say if I send panel top out to the world, and that means now I should not be able to change the panel top to be something else, because that's going to be very confusing if you get back once you talk to your suppliers and they get back to you with a number that you can't find. So what you can do is you can right click on any of the numbers and click on lock. Let's do that. Now you can see that the panel top is locked. It is grayed out and it has this locked icon to the left, and you can't change this name now. You can't change it. Also on the right hand side, you've seen that the reorder icon is removed. You cannot move this to be anywhere else. And also if you try to move, let's say I want to move panel left to be the number 1. If I want to have panel left to be the number 1 number, it's gonna tell me that you cannot replace a locked drawing. This one cannot be replaced, it cannot be changed. Nothing will be able to change this now, and so you don't need to worry about accidentally changing it here in Numero. And so let's say let's mark these 3 here. By the way, you can use Control and Shift to select multiple rows. And let's lock them all. Let's do that. So all of these now are locked and you cannot change these. Obviously, you can right click and unlock if you accidentally locked something. Let's say I've accidentally locked the panel left, and I can just unlock it again, like so. So that's how locking works. Next, what we have is something called archived. Let's go back and see if we let's select these, and we lock them all. And some time has gone by, and now the panel bottom 2 is no longer needed. It's been replaced by the panel bottom you have now revision B or C or whatever for panel bottom, and you have gone to a point where panel bottom replaces everything. You don't need 2 panels, you have just 1. So what you can do now, if you want to, you can archive bottom 2, because you don't want it appear in this list. It's just confusing and it's not being used anymore. And obviously you can't delete it. You don't want to because the number is out there and it's been used on older revisions. But you don't want to clutter your list here with a bunch of old obsolete numbers. So what you can do, you can right click and you have this archive option here. You can click archive. Let's do that. So now what you will see is that the panel bottom 2 is gone, but it has been replaced with a thicker border. And that is to indicate that between panel bottom and panel left, there are some archived numbers. You can also see that with that it jumps from 2 directly to 4. So number 3 is archived. And to just do, if you want to see all the archived items, you can toggle this hide archive checkbox at the top here, and it will bring back the 003 number. But you can see that it has this yellow archived icon, and it's italic and this line through to indicate that this one is archived and not in use by you. So that's how you know that they're archived. And you can toggle it back to hide them so you can continue working. Also, if you accidentally archive, you can revive it, like so, if you need it back, and it's back to locked, like so. So that is archived. Next, on the right hand side, you have this little information button, and what that's going to do is it's going to bring up some information on who did what at what time, just so you can see that handy information on when things was created, locked, archived, and so forth. Okay, the last operation I'm going to show you is regarding working in teams with multiple users. You have the ability to claim certain numbers for yourself. So let's just do a little bit of cleanup here. Let's do, first of all, let's just unlock all of these to simulate a fresh instance. And just for organization's sake, let's add more numbers. Let's add 10 more. So we will have up to 20, like so. Great. And what you can do is inside your project, you can click on this 3 dots and edit. And you have this user access tab here. And this is going to list up all the users you have that you want to give your colleagues. You want to give access to this project. So let's just add Jacob in here, like so. What that's going to happen, what you notice might happen is that you get the claimed by column in here now, because you have more than one user on this project. So you can now start claiming rows. For instance, I started with these numbers here. I said panel top, bottom 2, and all of this. And let's say I plan on using the first 12 numbers here, and to be something else. And I want Jacob to use 13 and so forth. So and by having 2 people, it's you obviously can tell this, but if you are many people, many colleagues on the project, and there might be over time, so just to make sure that other people don't take numbers you want, what you can do is you can claim a row. Just with locking, you just right click and click claim, like so. What's gonna happen now is that this you see that it got a little bluish tint color to it, and it said claimed by me, the one that's logged in here. And basically it doesn't do much more than that. So I can, let's say I want to claim that one, and all the way down to number 12 here, like so. And I can claim them all, and that means that I have claimed these and I can work with them. When Jacob logs in and goes into this project, he can see that I have claimed these first 12 numbers clear as day, so he knows that these are numbers that I'm working on. And secondly, he also cannot change the description here. He can't change anything with these. He can't lock it. He can't release it, obviously, and he can't do anything with those numbers. He has to ask me if I can release them for him. So if I only need 10, I can right click on those 2 and I can release them back, like so. And now Jacob also can use these 2 numbers here. So yeah, that's a little neat trick that you can do, is to claim rows and have just so you can indicate to other people that these numbers are yours, like that. Right. So that is the basic. That is the operations you can do within a project. Next we're going to talk about is search and filtering.